All right, that was Dr. Shogo on today's pep talk on Morning Flakes. All right, we'll look at the papers now, and we'll start with Vanguard. Nigeria's slide threatens 2025 fiscal plan. CBN's forex policy drops. Budget rose 74% nominally, but shrunk 23% in real value. That's according to Vanguard. Wike to Odili, I brought you back to life politically. Global grief as 179 die in South Korea's worst plane crash. Shey Tinubu reviewing guard of honor, gross violation of military tradition. That's from Atiku and Bode George. Competition between Dangote, NNPC, reason for petrol price drop. That's according to Ipman. No ulterior motive in Nigeria's relationship with France. That's coming from Trugar. And the back page of Vanguard has some sports stories. Five-star Liverpool moved 8 points clear to end 2024 on a high note. Of course, Guardiola's side finally end winless run. That's Leicester losing 0-2 to Manchester City. AJ melts hearts with Christmas visit to Nigeria. Eguma takes over at a Yimba. New Year gift to Nigerians. Eguma the day, that's talking about Chan 2024 ticket. All these are on the back page of Vanguard. And don't forget that you can also call us while we are on this segment of the program to tell us what you feel about any of the headlines that we have brought to you. Now to Punch.
And on the Punch newspaper today, Niger border town live in fear over bearing role. Communities in border state plead for peaceful resolution. The box Niger leaders claim of French troops in Nigeria. Also on the Punch newspaper, new Abeokuta gets staff of office begins right. I brought you back to life politically, Wike slams Odili. US President Jimmy Carter dies at 100. And federal government sympathizes with South Korea as 179 die in plane crash. Nigeria gets World Bank $1.5 billion for subsidy removal tax bill. In Law Department, Lagos challenges convicted doctors acquittal at Supreme Court. Senate gets budget panel report January 31. CBN misappropriated 2.7 trillion naira interest on way and means, and that is coming from the Auditor General Cardoso. And all the story on the Punch newspaper that came out today, and you can also be a part of our story, a part of this story, any of the stories that interest you by calling us. The number is on your screen, so as to be a part of it. That's the Punch newspaper.
Okay, from Punch we go to Tribune now. And Tribune says, despite 11 trillion naira contribution to GDP, high building materials costs heightened housing shortage in 2024. That's the lead headline of Tribune this morning. Wike tackles delay over private estate comments. That's how Tribune puts it. Troops arrest Bello Tuji's female ammunition courier in Zamfara. Bello Toji female courier in Zamfara. While we deferred national strike till January, that's according to ASU, Lagos will hold elections in 20 local governments, 37 LCDAs, says APC chairman. And the back page of the paper also has some sports stories. City target Aino as worker replacement. That's Nigeria's Olaino, now being the target of Manchester City. Murray bringing fresh ideas as new coach, says Djokovic. Boxing braced for introduction of all AI ring girls. And the Newcastle will demand more than 150 million pounds for Isak. That's also on the back page of Tribune.
And from Tribune, we now move to the Nation newspaper, where the big headline here says direct payment of allocation to council begins next month. It is mischievous to accuse Tinubu of ethnicizing NNPCL, says Omokore. All obstacles cleared. Lagos to hold election in 20 council, 37 LCDAs next year. And also we have NCC rules out telecoms tariff hike in January. And former US President Jimmy Carter dies at 100. Astrop gets staff of office as Abeokuta of Ijesha. INEC not set to fill vacant parliamentary seats. Edu Magodo lists benefits of Saudi-Nigerian Pali. Investment jobs coming. Two plane crashes in one day claims 180 lives. Nigeria condoles with South Korea over 179 deaths. Weather causes disruption of flights at UK airports. And this is from the Defense Headquarters. Troops arrested 2 suspected terrorist logistics suppliers, 256 others in 1 week. And all the stories are on the Nation newspaper. You can grab a copy. You can also call us in to be part of the discussion this morning.
All right, that's the paper review this morning, and we hope we'll get 1 or 2 calls before we move on to the next segment of the show. The calls, if they don't come in, then we'll move on. I don't know if Okpe has any of the headlines for comment.
Well, I mean, this is actually very sweet to hear that.
Which one is that?
This is from the Defense Headquarters, that 256 terrorists were they were apprehended in 1 week. I mean, it means that the Nigerian Army or the defense are doing a whole lot.
Yeah, they're doing a whole lot.
Terrorism is beginning to plague the country, and it's been on for a while. So 256 in 1 week is a lot.
And I think reports of terrorism and all that actually came down drastically in 2024, compared to previous years. And I think, that's also, that could just be one of the justifications for President Tinubu's huge spending in that aspect of our life. The reports have actually, I don't know if you have also observed that.
Well, but I mean, although the report has been coming in, but for me, I think I'll just want a total eradication of terrorist attack. Because like the Yorubas will say, any kondomo for homes and families where they've had one terrorist attack or the other, they would not tell you that they've not heard about it, but the fact that we don't, I think we should be grateful in the southwest here. We don't have as much as they have it in the northern part of Nigeria. So I think we're grateful.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah, that's what we want. We want total eradication, but that's quite almost like unachievable. That's almost unachievable. I'm not saying it's unachievable. We are asking for utopia situation by expecting the country not to record any terrorist attack report, or experience. I think it's clearly impossible. But what we have seen is that we've seen, a lot of reduction, in these, you're talking about which story is that?
So this one has to do with Lagos challenges convicted doctor's acquittal at Supreme Court. So I think sometime last year there was a doctor that raped a young girl, and he was taken to court. He was arrested and taken to court. But now at the Supreme Court, he's been acquitted. And now there are challenges to Supreme Court.
Challenging Supreme Court?
Yes.
Who's challenging Supreme Court?
Oh, well, the families, the in-laws, I mean.
Which court is higher than Supreme Court?
Oh, well. This is an interesting one.
Anyway, well, if the calls are not coming in, let's move on, and quickly we'll go to the streets and allow Nigerians speak. This morning, the question we threw to Nigerians is, should FRSC officers carry guns? Should they carry guns? No, that's for you.
I don't agree with that.
Okay, let's listen to Nigerians. Should FRSC officials carry guns? We'll come back shortly.